Hi, Gemini. This is Jeffrey. This is a bright color, and this is your reading for the month of February. If you've been following me, I'm going to put out a video a day till I get through all the signs. And the message is basically try something new, challenge yourself, step into something new, something you haven't done before, or maybe something you have done before, but in a new way, with a new attitude, or try a new strategy. Try something new. In February, okay, so I'm doing it differently this month. I throw two cards for each month, the major cards, and then a qualifier with a smaller deck. And this is an example of how I do the yearly reading. It's not too late to get your yearly reading. All right, let's see what the cards have to say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Okay, away we go. Whoops, it goes this way. The Sun, the Three of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the High Priestess. So you have two majors. It's a big deal. All right. The Sun, there's nothing bad to say about the Sun. I think the Sun came up for Taurus as well. All right. The Sun is the best card in the deck. The Sun is really about being in abundance, being in joy, creativity, fertility, nourishment, spiritual nourishment, and clarity. So it's full of hope, it's full of optimism, it's full of opportunity, um, light, it's full of light, fertility. It's the middle of the day, middle of the summer, like high noon, everything's growing. There's this fire. It's a great card. Okay. And then the qualifier. So this is the first week, is the world. Yeah. Okay. So the world is really about endings more than anything. It's also about beginnings. I mean, it's kind of a wheel that's spinning. Let's say you have like I do this a lot. I walk a lot. So I walk to my friend's house and it's about half an hour. So I'm always trying to figure out, I never really look at the thing, but I'm like, because I walk on the street, so I go through a park and there are certain buildings, and I have my little way that I go. I have two different ways, and I'm always trying to figure out, well, what's the midway point? And it's almost like that, it's like I'm still on the road, and then there's a midway point, like I go over, say, a speed bump or something, or I pass a certain building or a certain corner. It's like, oh, I'm halfway there. And the understanding of the world is like there's something that's complete, that I'm that's done. The way I feel about the world is like there's a period at the end of the sentence. And so now that chapter or that book is done, it's time to start a new one. Like that is complete. It's a complete thing. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you've completed something and you've, allowed it to rest. And now it's time to like go into something bigger, more fertile, more optimistic, more creative, more clear. But I think you need to get that done first. So let's say, you built a house. Interesting example. The house is built. Now it's time to go in and decorate. Okay, we're going to paint it like this. We're going to, I'm going to get this furniture. It's like that. That's an example. So that's first week. Really incredible beginning. And the second week, we go into joy. This is the card of joy. So threes are creative, and there's an emotional component to it. There's a sense of community, a sense of everyone being happy. Maybe you're happy that something is done and that there's a new opportunity, new clarity, new energy, enthusiasm, because you have the sun. And it's about community. So it's not just you, like maybe you and your family, or you and the people you work with, or your friends, maybe going on vacation, maybe you're, something. But it's full of like optimism and joy. It's like dancing in the street. It's a great card. Great card. This is week 2. Incredible. Yeah, because you've cut out what's unnecessary, because you've gotten really clear about what isn't, because sometimes, let's say, I don't even have to give an example. He's the surgeon. So, and he uses his mind to say, okay, this works, this doesn't make sense, and then this doesn't make sense. I'm going to go with what works. I'm going to go with what's fertile. I'm going to go with, what, is beneficial, all that. Really clear vision, knowledge, and it's very mental. It's not, because he's kind of he's a surgeon, he's a butcher, but he's also a judge. And it's like, well, I have a contract. Like, it's not written in the contract, then it just doesn't exist. Like, but this is how I feel. It's like, oh, that's nice. It has to be really clear, right? And it kind of feels also like, oh my gosh, maybe that this thing that you have, completed, maybe there was like a legal document or something like that, like the law, that kind of energy. Okay. Week 3. Okay. This is at 5. So 5 is about change. You know what I get from this card? This is a truce. This is like, I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to fight anymore. So maybe they're from that past thing, somebody wants to start a little something. And it's like, I'm done. I'm done fighting. I'm going my own way. Because sometimes I get this as like he was like the general and sort of a tyrant, and they helped him win the battle. It's like, oh, we need to do this too. It's like, no, no, no. We're going back. I'm going back to the farm. I did what I had to do. I'm not, uh, it's a truce. It's like, yeah, I don't want to get into a war of words. Like, because, you want to scream and yell, go and scream and yell, but I'm leaving. Scream and yell as long as you want. All right. That's week 3. Yeah. Second king. He's a great king. He listens to his inner voice. He sees things through the light of compassion, through the light of understanding, through the light of diplomacy. So maybe there's something that ended like in the first week, and somebody wants to draw you back into some nonsense. It's like, I send you love, but and I have compassion for you, but there's also like sort of a boundary, because I have the King of Swords and the King of Cups. So there's like, okay, you know, interesting. I don't want to fight. Like, I don't want to fight. And then we have her. So she's Isis. This is the 4th week. It's the high priestess. And the thing, she's very fertile. She uses her imagination. She uses her daydreams. She uses her dreams at night. She's very deeply intuitive. And the thing is, she creates. To me, this is the feminine aspect of creativity. And she creates out of the dark and the light. And, so she incorporates both. And it's almost like there's this energy of understanding both ends of a spectrum, and allowing them to inform and create through that. There's an energy of following your intuition, following your dreams, uh, being in another realm. Okay. So this one, she's more in the dreamscape. but these are two goddesses. I mean, it's kind of aspects of the same goddess, because this is Isis, this is Venus, and parts of the aspects of Isis go into Venus, actually. She is another great card, and she's really about flow, about fertility, pregnancy. So it could be giving birth to something new, not necessarily a child, but it could be a new idea, a new project, a new garden, a new. It's the garden. It's growing. It grows very easily. It's abundance. This is a great card. The key, I think, to the month is like, I don't want to fight. I'm not interested in nonsense, and like the past is the past. I want you this new thing that brings me joy, that's full of abundance, it's full of fertility, it's full of hope, it's full of my dreams and my intuition, and that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. I've changed my mind. It's very important. Like this completion thing is very important, and then you can draw in, the joy, the abundance, the clarity, the compassion. Great reading. What a great reading. What a great reading. I'll show you everything. Okay, so I offer private readings. Nancy and I are beginning the tarot classes. I think we have room for like one or two more. It's not too late, either the end of January, beginning of February. So I'll have all the information below. It's going to be during the week. It's 6 weeks, like 6 o'clock or something like that. Maybe a late afternoon during the week, 6 weeks, an hour and a half each class, usually goes a little longer. And then like 2 or 3 weeks of practice as well on Zoom. And you can learn a lot, and it's fun. And it's good to learn new things. All right, let me show you all the cards. All right. There's a new clarity about putting a period on the end of on a sentence, so you can move into something new, which is full of joy and a very clear vision. There's, a truce made with compassion, so that you can allow your intuition and spiritual guidance to guide you towards abundance. Wow. Really lovely. All right, Gemini, have a lovely, lovely February. Beautiful reading. And yeah, I told you I'm not going to do more marketing. I already did it. Right. Blessings. See you soon. Bye.